And a one, and a two, and here we are. Alright, and here's Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball. Yeah, I would load up the opening footage like I did all the other ones, but yeah, I just don't feel the need to. And I'm not thirsty for clicks, etc, etc, etc. Pretty much they're just vacations on a disc. That's it. I don't really see why anybody would have an issue with them. To get a cop to literally import these things, spend money to import them, just to give them a low score. I'm like, they're not the greatest games on earth. Matter of fact, they're just novelty items. You know what I mean? Kind of like buying a hat or a travel mug or something. You know what I mean? It's very similar to that, except for it's AAA, and you know, uh, they're developed by AAAs. They cost a ton of money. In Japan, they just so happen to have a thing about it. They have a thing for fan service or whatever. So what was I talking about previously? Oh yeah, I was talking about vacations on disc or whatever. Is it cheap and lame? Yes. Is it fun? Yes, it is. Particularly for folks that got to put in a crap ton of overtime, and they're gonna come home and there's only 2 hours a day that they have with themselves. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because you got to work for 8 hours, which tends to end up being 10 hours. What, considering the commute to work or whatever the heck else, depending on whatever your job is, they almost always, like for the entry level work, they almost always have you clock out for your lunch break or whatever. Nothing wrong with that, but you're there for an extra hour a day, so it's 9. Like I said, you're there for 10 hours. You got to sleep for 8. So that's 18 hours out of your day gone right there, and so you got 6 left. And we all got chores to do, whether it be cooking, cleaning, just random stuff like that. So you got to knock out another 2 hours for that. If you got to do your own shopping, etc., etc., you guys get the point. Cooking, laundry, dishes, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, at the end of your day, you only got 2 hours, so you're gonna watch a movie, and that's if you planned ahead. That's if you bought something that you haven't seen yet. Or you can sit back and play video games. A lot of us that are knee deep into video games, this is very appealing. Like I said about vacations, yeah, you're gonna find people that you're not gonna want to deal with all the time. You got, like I said, pickpockets. You got people trying to sell you stuff you don't need. You're gonna have, like scams or whatever. You're gonna have disgusting people that maybe they party too hard or whatever, and maybe they're just vomiting here, there, wherever, or maybe they're smoking some drugs or whatever, or maybe there's some crime that you see here, there, wherever. You know what I mean? The idea of a vacation on disc or whatever, like I said, is actually kind of a smooth idea. It's actually not too bad. I think more games should step up and get into that. It doesn't even have to be at the beach. I mean, they can mess around with museums or whatever, art museums, famous architectural landmarks or whatever. Oh yeah, you can kind of sort of get that with racing games as well. But anyway, you know, one way or the other, it is an art form, and when it's done by AAA, it tends to be pretty good. But like I said, when I read that other guy's article, Mr. Whitaker, I think it was, from Destructoid, the thing was so rife with SJW rhetoric. I'm. It feels like he knows it's just going to upset people and piss them off. So I'm of the notion that that's kind of like a sales pitch or whatever, that they're banking on people to get outraged. And I'm just not down for it. You know what I mean? And aside from that, this is just meant to be something maybe you get on the side anyway. Like I said, it's like a travel mug or a hat that you get whenever you blow through town or whatever. It's not really one of those things that you're waiting in line in the store for, if you understand my meaning. Like you see some of those Call of Duty fans or some of those Zelda fans doing. You know what I mean? They're circling the building on release day, like the Beatles are playing or some shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's me on that topic. And I refuse to buy into the hype. And again, it's mostly out of principle. When I hear the word microtransactions, ooh, bad. You already saw how disgusted I was with the DLC on just the first version of DOA 5. You know what I mean? And yeah, they got it right there, right up on screen, right there in the menu even. It's like saying, hey, we can't, we're not even going to bother finishing your game. What you bought is not complete. You contrast that to the old days where they actually used to put it up on screen all the bloody time. Thank you for playing. You know what I mean? You walk into an arcade and you always see that. Winners don't use drugs, and then thank you for playing. Boom. 24/7. Now, whenever you buy something, it's buy more shit. Buy our stuff. You think you got something? Oh, you sucker, you. You didn't buy anything. Here, give us more of your money. You know what I mean? And I'm just not down for that. I mentioned it previously. I think there is a future for gaming, but it's going to go the same direction that happened with kit cars and hobby cars and guys that soup up their own machines in the garage. You know what I mean? It's very similar to that. And I very much think that that's going to become a very big thing as time presses on. And the industry can either get down with it and acknowledge it, or they can suffer. And lately, from what I've seen with the console world, it looks like they desperately want to suffer. So, that's all that needs to be said on this. Back to DOA 3. Raging Golden Eagle has a couple of good DOA Extreme 3. Yeah, Raging Golden Eagle. He has a great video to check out online. I highly recommend that. Several other people have great videos to go ahead and check out on that. If you got the extra money, yeah, go ahead, man. Like I said, it's just a novelty item. It's kind of like buying a T-shirt, So for those of you that got the scratch, yeah, go ahead. If you really want to vote with your wallet against SJWs, yeah, go right on ahead. For guys like me, though, I'm not down for that. And I think it's digital only right now on the West, and I'm not down for that. For me, it's give me the discs. Give me the disc. You're seeing it right here. If I don't see the disc, I don't even know if the thing's complete. You know what I mean? And that's a very, that's not just the critic in me. That's just being realistic with everybody. It's like I don't know what's going to happen to it if it's on digital. If it's on disc, I know it's right here. I know the only way that this goes away is if I screw up. Anyway, that's just me on that. Go ahead and just check it out. Check out everybody else's stuff on this matter. I'm kind of not down for it, but I might bullet up some footage of this later on. I might, but it's very doubtful. Very doubtful. I don't really need the clicks, and that's not what my channel's about. It's more along the lines of strategy, and there's not a whole lot of strategy you can get out of games like this. It's just pretty much figure out the puzzle and a ton of repetition. So good luck to all. Peace.